it's Rami over here. I hope you're all having a fantastic day or night, regardless of where you are around this world. As you are probably aware, there's been a historic deal between the United States and Iran. Now, this deal is a nuclear deal. So basically, there was a lot of tension between the United States and Iran in regards to Iran's nuclear facilities and nuclear capabilities. The basic crux of the story is that the United States accused Iran of, maintaining and increasing their nuclear productivity for illicit acts. And when I mean illicit acts, it's basically Iran is apparently obtaining nuclear facilities to use them to promote violent means. And this was kind of their rhetoric that the United States has been playing with, especially in regards to Israel. Okay, so Israel has huge issues with Iran having nuclear weapons. The United States took heed to Israel's concerns, and the United States basically went up to Iran and said, look, you need to change your nuclear program. You need to change it according to what we want, according to our requests. Now, Iran outright said no, and rightfully so. Iran is a nation that is recognized worldwide. There is no dictatorship occurring in Iran. It is an elected government. So America had a huge issue with Iran's statement. The United States had a huge issue with Iran basically standing up to its own rights to utilize its own utilities, utilize its own resources according to its own means. The United States had a huge problem with this. So what happened is quite interesting. President Barack Obama knew where to hit Iran. And the issue with this is, when I say President Obama knew where to hit Iran, it's more about hitting the Iranian people. So what the United States did was they convinced other nations that had fair and reasonable trade agreements with Iran to pull back, to retract from these trades, and to form sanctions to cripple Iran's economy and to blackmail Iran into doing exactly what America wants them to do. That is so messed up. That is so messed up that it's gone to this. And if you look at the footage now in Iran of all the Iranians celebrating, woo, yes, I'm so happy. It is so disturbing because these poor people have something called Stockholm Syndrome. They were basically being blackmailed and being hijacked by the US government. Basically, the US government told the Iranian people, you're going to suffer until we get what we want. And the bottom line is, the Iranian people, let alone the Iranian government, didn't even do anything wrong. We know America's track record with accusing other countries of mishandling nuclear or not, with mishandling weaponry or mishandling resources. Go look at what happened in Iraq. The biggest scam of a war. The biggest scam of a war. And here we have America again indirectly accusing Iran of using their nuclear facilities for violence. We've heard it all before. Weapons of mass destruction, all a fabrication, everything, all of that a clear lie. Basically, America wasn't happy with Iran's answer. America convinced other countries to sanction Iran. The Iranian people suffered for years with a crippling economy, with high unemployment, with extreme inflation. The Iranian government had huge pressure to just oblige and do whatever the United States told them to do. And today we have an agreement that doesn't work for Iran. It is an agreement that works entirely for the United States' interest. If you look at the agreement of this nuclear plan, it is not a fair and reasonable agreement. The United States has requested that Iran cut almost 97% of some of its nuclear capabilities. 97%! Are you serious? Like, how is that even a reasonable request? That's the fact of the matter. It's not reasonable, but America knew that doing this would force Iran and bring it to its knees to do whatever it wants it to do. And here we have people celebrating in the streets. These poor people are celebrating because they have Stockholm Syndrome. These people are celebrating because finally they can live normal lives again without feeling this financial stress. All of which they did nothing to deserve. And the United States now, the bully of the world, has basically pulled Iran by the collar and said, you're going to listen to me and you're going to do everything I tell you to do. And Iran had no choice but to oblige by that. And this is an agreement. Can you believe that? Can you believe what a dick move that was from President Obama to, first of all, accuse the country many times over for maintaining a nuclear facility to promote violence without any evidence? And not only that, to then get the answer, no, we will not change our nuclear capabilities because we're doing it for peaceful reasons. We're doing it for our own success. So then President Obama decides to go to all of these countries. Now, President Obama and the United States does not really have any trade links to Iran. So it's not like the United States themselves could say, we're going to sanction you. But what the United States did was it decided to visit all of these other countries that had trade agreements with Iran, and they pushed them to sanction Iran. And this had a huge impact on Iran for years now. And finally we have this agreement, but there's nothing genuine about this agreement. It's basically the bully getting what he wants. It is the bully getting what he wants. And it is not a win for Iran. This is simply Iran being able to breathe after these years of suffocation for doing nothing wrong. The United States has done something terribly wrong, terribly vindictive, and terribly hateful to the Iranian people. You know, to leave them in such a state and to force them to do what you want them to do in their own lands with their own resources. It's entirely fucked up. And it really pisses me off. It really annoys me that it's getting such a positive spin in the media. There's nothing positive about this story. There's nothing historic about it. It is all just America getting what it wants. And I'm not surprised. It's something it's one of the many wrong actions from the United States government. And that's the reason why I despise their government so much. I truly do. For doing things like this. For forcing countries to do what it wants it to do within their own country, within their own resources. And if this country stands up for themselves and says, no, I haven't done anything wrong and I will not agree with what you are claiming, but thank you very much. And then for this country, this outside foreign country, to then speak to all your little buddies and turn them against you. Are you kidding me? It's absolutely wrong. Anyways, guys, that's just my 2 cents on the whole US-Iran nuclear deal. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to give it a like or a comment. Feel free to subscribe as well. Ramio1983 is my channel. Peace out, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.